It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done. TGI.
Yo, do you remember the 90s? Let's find out. Acid wash jeans, Doc Martens on your feet, pogs in your pocket, and bagel bites to eat. Watching Full House with your digital pets. Mom, get off the phone, I need to use the internets. Let's go to Blockbuster, there's nothing else to do. Carmen Sandiego, where the hell are you? I like Tukey not.
You got mail.
Ice, ice, baby, swing.
Oh, hi. Welcome to You'll Remember the 90s. No, welcome to You'll Remember the 90s, the show where we ask you, do you remember the 90s? I'm all alone. Bedabbler, I know, was going to be late. He was coming late today. He had some sex crime related court to deal with. I don't want to get into any details. But I knew he was going to be late. OJ is missing. If anybody knows where OJ is, please let him know. Oh, yes, I'm Vladiff Electric tonight. Yes. Happy Halloween. Oh. OJ, where are you? I miss you. I really do. But anyway, we will get the show started. We will talk about the 90s. Remember, this is the last week. The last week you will be watching this show on all three channels, or all four channels. Please go to @You'll Remember the 90s and like and subscribe. That's going to be the only way to watch this show starting next week. So do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Go to @You'll Remember the 90s. Go watch it there. Don't even watch it anywhere else. We don't even want your super chats this week. We'll take them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an idiot. But we want to interact with the chat. We want to chat with you about Halloween. Halloween in the 90s. The show as of today is still a 90s show. Next week, I don't know. I won't be here next week. We have a special guest host. But yes, we will only be broadcasting on @You'll Remember the 90s. So go over there, like, subscribe, just watch it there. Have some fun in the chat. Chat with your fellow 90sers. Or has this show gotten big enough that we can have a 90s verse anonymous? No, not yet. We'll keep trying. Anyway, keep chatting with your fellow fans in the chat. Chat with us. Hopefully us. We're just me for now. We can talk about Halloweens in the 90s. What was your favorite Halloween costume? Mine, I don't know. Let's start with a couple things. I pulled some videos. This will be easy. Since costumes is something I was babbling about just a second ago. I was babbling. Let's get this. So this is a news clip I pulled from 1990. It's a news clip just talking about the latest costume trends. And I just kind of thought it was interesting just to see seeing what stores were like in the 90s. Remembering that is just weird sometimes. Very, very strange. But I've really been enjoying pulling up some of these old commercials. It's been interesting. Even looking up old TV shows that are put on YouTube from a VHS tape, and they left all the commercials, and it's very interesting to me. I don't know. Am I the crazy one? Probably. But let's check this out.
Trick-or-treaters and partygoers alike should have no problems finding something to wear this Halloween. There's everything from Saddam Hussein to Shakespeare. Of course, Halloween's changed a bit since Shakespeare's time. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. See what I mean?
Nice
But with
sweater
so much to
vest.
choose
Nice
from,
sweater.
what's
Not a
hot
sweater
this
vest.
year?
The Simpsons and
Simpsons.
some of the Dick Tracy stuff, but not as much as we expected.
Really?
Yeah. And Ninja Turtles, of course.
Of course, Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, these heroes in a half shell who have wormed their way into the
Yeah, the Turtles. That was one we were going to talk about a lot. Was definitely the Turtles. But someone's here. Let me get the candy.
Whoa! Trick or
Hello?
treat!
Trick or treat. What candy did you go out for tonight?
Zagnuts. I
Nice.
love Zagnuts. And I think most people hate Zagnuts. But I enjoy Zagnuts.
Is that the like really chewy one?
No.
No.
What the hell is wrong with my camera angle? Zagnuts are like
Where's OJ?
I don't know. What
Is he
happened?
dead? Is he alive?
Is
OJ,
this like a Halloween mystery episode?
it might be. It might. OJ's never. What the fuck? OJ's. Oh, never mind. I thought I heard something. OJ's never been late for an episode. OJ's usually on an hour before, ready to go. Where is he?
Right.
Has he been anywhere today?
He messaged us on Twitter at one point.
Did Jake Hudson finally get him?
I don't know.
I hope not. OJ, we love you. We miss you.
He's probably sleeping.
Probably. I
What
don't
did
even
miss?
know. Nothing.
Fantastic.
We're only 8 minutes in. I just started watching, so I pulled a news clip from 1990 where they're just kind of going through an old Halloween, going through a store, going through Halloween stuff, which I thought was a cool way to start the show.
I need to fix my camera. It's really bugging me.
All right.
the hearts and minds of kids across America. Shop owners like them too.
Well, this year's been pretty good. The bread and butter here have been the Ninja Turtles.
As always, prices for
Turtles.
these costumes vary widely, with some like this collector's Predator outfit costing over $400. But you can still come up with a great look on a tight budget, like Zach Hickson, who's going as a ninja. What's a ninja wear?
Basically a black warm-up suit, a mask, and a couple of gloves.
But regardless of what you decide to wear this Halloween, always remember, to a kid, there's something a little more important.
I like to get very much candy at Halloween.
James McKenzie, News Center 12.
There we go.
That Predator mask was cool.
That's cool. I remember going to the Halloween. I mean, I still go to the Halloween store just to go look at the masks and see what kind of masks they have, you know.
Yeah.
What's
I'm a
the
mask
new
guy.
mask? What is this year's mask? I haven't really been to a Halloween store this year.
I don't know. What I mean, nothing. Hey, we're talking about the 90s, not this year.
That's true. Well, it was like every year there'd be one
New one, yeah.
new
Yeah, there's
mask.
always something different. Yeah, when those really big Halloween stores started popping up, probably in the 90s.
Mhm.
That's when you start seeing the giant wall of masks.
Yes, the wall of masks, the Chuckies, and the everything. Beavis and Butthead, I remember. Everything.
You missed that at the beginning of this video. I think they talked about the Simpsons, the Bart head, the Turtles heads.
Yes. My mom, my real mom, she used to have a lady who would make our Halloween costumes, which was what's that? That shit.
Did you hear
But,
that?
huh? Yes, I hear that. You're playing it.
No, I'm not. Look
What
at my
do you mean?
hands.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see your hands move, so who knows? But yeah, my mom used to have a lady who made our costumes, and like you're like, oh, that's kind of gay. But she would make like really good, like we were the Simpsons one year, like my whole family, and she made all our costumes and it looked really great. She'd make like Looney Tunes characters and stuff like that. And then finally I was like, I want to be something like scary and cool for Halloween. And I think it broke my mother's heart because she always liked having the lady make our costumes.
That was at the end of an era. But yeah, those plastic masks with the rubber band stapled as a strap. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't see. I remember getting one of those once, and my mom insisted on cutting half of it out so that I could see through the fucking thing.
Yeah, see, I never had one of
Worst.
those.
Yeah, you didn't. Well, I was like you. I'm going to put this
Yeah.
up because I had this for later. This is what I remember shopping for Halloween.
What the hell is that?
This was because my mom used to make our costumes for us.
Yeah, my mom outsourced it to another lady.
Yeah, no, my mom was that lady.
Okay.
She might have made your costumes. I don't know.
Fantastic.
But you'd buy these, we'd go to the fabric store and there'd be patterns like this, and I would like be begging, my mom, oh, make me this one, give me the turtles one, or give me the Batman, or get me this, or like so she could make it and then buy the fabric for it there and make it at home.
What? What was it? Where would you get this?
The fabric store.
The fabric store. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
You mean like Michael's?
I guess no, not Michael's. What's the other one? Is it Hobby Lobby that sell
Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby has all that stuff. So
Oh, interesting. No, I've never heard of this.
yeah, so you'd buy a pattern. It would be like really thin paper. You'd cut it out in the shape, lay it on the fabric, cut out the fabric, sew it together, and there's your costume. So
That's fantastic.
yeah, I didn't very much get the store-bought costumes. I got the homemade costumes, or I had to piece things together. My mom said, "Fuck you. I have no time for you this year. I have to work.
Oh yeah.
Get a job, you fat piece of shit. Leave me alone." And I would have to put my own costume together. So there was a costume that Cardiff. I still feel I was robbed. My thank you, Eric Nagel. Yes, Fabric Stores Long Island. Fabric Bonanza. The Fabric Bonanza. Oh, wait, I think I hear someone else on the stoop.
Ah,
Someone else is here. Hi, OJ.
you're alive.
You're alive.
I am such a moron.
Yes, but you're also alive. Good to
thought,
hear.
I thought we were going on at 10. I apologize.
Could have made this a murder mystery episode though.
Episode 6. How have we not figured this out by now? Well, actually, that's true. We don't even know what the name of the show is anymore. So how can I get mad at OJ for getting the time wrong? By the way, how's my mic tonight? Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a whole new set. I'm on setup number 4 now. So hopefully this is the one. Hopefully I've got the settings down.
No, you sound much better.
Good. But yes, the pattern. So yeah, my cost. But yeah, the one costume I'm always I'll ask you after too, what was your best costume? But the one I should have won a prize at school for the costume contest
Yeah.
was the year that I dressed up like a woman. So the 90s were a time where you could we were trans for contests, I guess. I don't know. I dressed up as a woman for Halloween.
Wow.
And
How old were you?
I don't want to say, but I don't remember actually. I was probably 11 or 12. And my sister did my makeup for me. I had a long wig. I had everything. I walked around. I did the costume contest parade at school, and I heard 3 teachers say as I walked by, "Who's that girl? What's her name?" They didn't realize I was in costume. They thought I was some girl that showed up to school
Hilarious.
without a costume. So yes, but I should have won.
I dressed up like a girl one year when I worked at like a hot dog place, but I was like in my early 20s. But I think I was pretty convincing. I had like one of the girl workers do my makeup and everything.
I dressed up like a nun, but it was for a school event where we were doing like skits, and I was dressed up as one of my teachers.
Yeah, that's all you had to do is just get a girl to do the makeup, and then
Yeah, that is really the key.
they know how to shape a face, don't they? I've got
really do.
hold another video here again, another little shopping video from going very slow tonight.
When it comes to a Halloween costume, 5-year-old Max Thompson knows exactly what he wants.
Max Thompson is on his 3rd divorce right now.
Yeah, I wonder where Max Thompson is now. Oh yeah, that Bart Simpson.
That Bart mask, yeah. You know, actually, you mentioned the mask before. The coolest one I remember was when they re-released the Star Wars movies, and they came out with this really kick-ass Darth Vader. Like it was heavy, solid rubber. Like that was a really good mask. I remember that.
Yeah, see, Star Wars does nothing for me.
This one.
Be Fred Flintstone.
I think I'll be
Yeah.
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Fred Flintstone. The fuck?
OJ, did you queef?
Sorry.
All right. Fred Flintstone did kind of make a comeback in the 90s. Remember they tied him in with Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, all the
The
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera stuff, yeah, started.
They're trying to make a comeback.
Simpson? I'll try this one.
Good choice.
I want that mask.
Me too. I never had that
Drag
mask.
it on.
My mom wouldn't let me get it.
That Jason mask hasn't changed in 30 years. They still have the same press in China just smashing out Jason masks for
And it's like stapled on the side, so it always like pulls out at some point. It's cheap, thin plastic. I have one right now on a decoration outside of my house.
This is what I need.
I wonder how many of those they sell a year.
I'm tired. Let's see.
I can't. Have you ever seen someone walking around in one?
When I was a kid, lately,
Yeah, I mean,
no.
yeah,
Not those ones. I think the kids get the better ones now. Like they get, yeah, I don't know. Who buys those?
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Look at this.
You don't hear that too much.
Oh, Dad's like, no.
Why did you?
Anything else?
All the hats. There's other hats on that shelf. Why that one?
Cool black hat. No, my son. He's a Chad.
Oh no.
Liberace.
Oh no. No, impossible. Timelines don't line up.
Yeah, this is when the first Iraqi.
Yes, these were happier times.
We were in the Iraqi war at this point, 1990.
No,
I think wasn't it
91.
Was it 91? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Beetlejuice.
Excellent.
Looks more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm gonna try that on. Yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo.
Wilma. No,
Well, I think I'll try this.
Is this like a home video or?
no, it was a news report.
It's a news report.
This is
Okay.
No, that's not me. OJ.
We both tried to do Fred Flintstone impressions and failed miserably, and then just
Wilma. Fucking. Should be.
We're hacks.
We've had our entire lives to learn that. Literally, our entire lives we've had Fred Flintstone. We could have done that, but nope.
Does that costume just say bat?
Bat, yeah, the fake, the unlicensed Batman costume, no logo, paint on your own logo at home.
It's hilarious.
Much better.
That's awesome.
Batman.
Well, that's a good bat. Yeah, the Batman, the hard cowling Batman mask that started to come out, like the.
Did it say what store this was? Is this like Party City or Party Fair?
I don't know. I don't think it said. It might have said at the beginning. I'll go back and check it.
I don't think it did. Oh, what was that?
Hello, baby.
No!
I'm a little big for that. This is
I have that shirt.
Good. How you like
So do I.
it? Yabba dabba doo. Get away from me, you crazy guy.
I almost put it on now, but it's long sleeve. I need a t-shirt.
Somehow I don't think that's a very.
I
safe
brought mine
mask.
to
It's
Detroit,
also
but I don't think I wore it. Maybe I did, though. I think I did actually wear it in Detroit.
The dad's trying to talk the kid out of buying this mask because it's $25.
Oh, my
No, because
God.
it's unsafe. And yeah, $25. Jeez. But yeah, I heard him say it's not a very safe mask. And yeah, that's what I said. When your mom would get a hold of it and just start cutting out. And then they started saying, just wear makeup. Just face makeup. Just
Yeah.
face makeup. It's how many
That's
kids were getting smashed by cars? I never knew anyone who got hit by a car on Halloween.
Yeah. No, I hated that too. Like I needed my costumes to be perfect. Like I couldn't have like things that the real character didn't have. Like I was very anal about my costumes.
And about your sex.
Yes.
$10.
Oh, be quiet, Dana. Cheap shot.
Cheap shot. Hey, cheap shot. Oh, what do I have to start calling you?
I just had a flashback. We were just talking about Star Wars a little while ago. I was Boba Fett one year when I was a kid. And I think I actually have the cheap mask somewhere. It was one of those
Well,
like
that's what I was
it
gonna
wa-
ask you. Was it just a cheap mask, or were you
a
like you
cheap
make a
plastic mask that like had the like a rubber band probably for the back of it, and it was like stapled in, and the mask could crinkle up.
Mhm.
I don't
Or
know. Do you guys remember those
yeah,
masks from back in the day? They
I
were
do.
real cheap.
And the costume that came with it was just like a plastic bag with
Yeah,
something printed on it. Yeah.
Something that would melt to you if you caught on fire.
Yes.
I think it actually damaged my eyes because the mask would like it was never made, well, so it would like poke into my eyeball while I was wearing it,
Yeah.
and I was just such a dumb kid. I didn't give a shit.
Or if you grew up in Minnesota, you had to squeeze that costume over your jacket.
Oh
Your
yeah, that's the
jacket
worst. Wearing a jacket over your costume,
the worst.
the worst. It
Or
sucked.
under
Or
or over. It sucked.
Why is Halloween? Halloween should be at the beginning of October. It makes no sense. It sucks. No one wants to wear a jacket, but you have to. It's cold.
It's very
Die of something.
Oh, I had masks like that, Jimmy. I don't remember, but I which one it was, but I remember having a mask like that where it's like you literally had to keep lifting it up because
yeah.
your eyes just got fogged up.
Yeah, Jimmy the Lip. I was Darth Vader one year and it was a pricey mask and it fogged up and I couldn't see. I bitched. I think that was the mask I wanted that year. It was a great mask. Great mask.
Can I just make a quick announcement that kind of has to do with Halloween, but really has nothing to do with it?
Yeah. I can't wait.
Sure.
CB Walker is on right now. He's in a Halloween costume. I think he's supposed to be Albert Einstein. But if anyone can try and call in and give him the name Tukey, I'd really appreciate it. It can fit in with Halloween. He's doing psychic readings. That's kind of a
Sure.
Halloween thing.
Keep
I
this
love
stream up too. And make sure everybody's watching this on at You'll Remember the 90s. This is the last week. We're on all three channels. Next week, only on at You'll Remember the 90s. It's Eric Nagel. What year did it go from kids getting hit with eggs by older kids to being shot with paintballs by older kids? Yeah,
I
that started to
know.
become a thing.
Teenagers, the worst people on earth.
Mhm.
Egging houses, toilet papering houses. Oh my
Satanic
God.
dirt bike riders.
So
That's
much
what we
fun.
had.
Did you guys do any Halloween pranks?
Oh yeah. Lots
Did
of them.
Well, before you talk about Halloween, did you guys have what I call Mischief Night, but I've heard other stupid names like Hell Night, Cabbage Night, Goofy
Detroit's-
Night,
Detroit's Devil's Night the night before Halloween?
Devil's Night? Yes, the night before Halloween. Did you have that?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Not in a not on a wide scale here, but there was always everyone talked about it's
Oh,
Devil's
man.
Night. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Nothing ever. Like nobody ever did anything.
Oh, we did. We used to get ramped up for Mischief Night. But that's why I was just curious because depending on where you were in the country, it had all those other stupid names, but it'll always be Mischief Night to me.
Like I mean, we egged a house here and there, and like
Yeah.
really nothing more than that. We never did.
Yeah. No, we weren't like trying to do anything crazy, but we had toilet paper and shaving cream and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
That was the only time I've ever been picked up by a cop and brought home in a cop car. I was in 4th grade. And they saw us with backpacks and stuff and they stopped us. And one of my friends ran away, but he was like really close by. And the cop was like, "Get your friend back here. You're all in trouble." And I just kept calling him like by his name. I was like, "Scott, get back here. Scott, come back." And all my friends kept calling me a rat. I was like, "What?" He
You
stopped.
were a rat. You ratted out your friend.
I wanted to go home. I felt like I was in so much trouble. And then I remember my mom being the classic mom, like, "Don't you know there are drug dealers and murderers on the street and you're bringing our kids home? They're just trying to have some fun." But yeah, that's the only time I ever had any kind of interaction with the police, honestly.
Yeah, no, here in Cleveland, we had, I think I told you guys about the melon heads. We had we have the,
Yeah.
the melon head story, the legend of the melon heads in right outside of Cleveland. So a lot of the times around Halloween, we would drive out to where the melon head sightings were and the lore of the melon heads. And A lot of the stuff I think got made up. Like there was a place called Crybaby Bridge where you were supposed to turn your car off. It was right in the Melonhead area, and say Crybaby 3 times, and then your car wouldn't start, and then the Melonheads would come out and attack you. And I gotta say, we never had the balls to actually do it. So
Did you know that's actually Jake Hudson's real last name?
Jake Hudson Melonhead?
Yes.
So Hudson's his middle name. He's got 2 middle names.
No, Hudson's just a stage name. That's why he changes it
he
from
changed
Hudson to Husden. His real last name is Melonhead, Jake Melonhead.
You know how some people, start to look like their dog? Did Jake start to look like his name, or or was it a genetic trait that the family was named hundreds of years ago? Michael B. I was Darth Vader one year. My mom drove off with my cape closed in the car. I had it tied a little too good. She almost dragged me down the road.
Oh my God.
Junior.
Almost. And I want just to finish up the Melonhead story. It also, the same city the Melonheads were in, it just so happened in, I believe it was 1990, there was this crazy cult leader, Jeffrey Lundgren, and he killed a bunch of people in his barn, which was just a few miles from where the Melonheads were. So that made that place even scarier to go to.
I still have to say, sorry, I'm just distracted. I'm just marking out it's how weird it is having Eric Nagel in our chat. But yes, John Cougar Melonhead.
Eric, look up Kirtland, Ohio, Melonheads.
We had all that kind of stuff in Jersey too, and we even had a magazine dedicated to it. It's still around. It's called Weird New Jersey, and it would tell you about all these weird places in Jersey, obviously, that you can go to, abandoned places. We used to go to all those kind of things. There was a thing called Demon's Alley in northern New Jersey, and we would go there, and there were these houses. It was a small street where all the houses looked the same, and the legend is they're all abandoned. And the legend is that someone moved into the street and had everyone over for dinner and like killed everyone or something. And then all the houses were abandoned. Some of the houses even still had like dinner on the table. Like it was very odd. And someone boarded up once they boarded up all the windows and doors, someone went and painted all the windows, the boarded up windows, with black, and they painted on like shades. So all the houses had these painted on like window shades. It was really creepy. And you can get into those houses and shit. And I think mostly it was just teenagers doing drugs and stuff. But yeah, if you look up Demon's Alley in New Jersey, that was probably one of the cooler things. And we also used to go to the Essex Sanitarium. It was an old mental hospital that was abandoned that we used to go and fuck around. It was fucking
that's creepy.
We had an old piece of farmland. It was probably an hour outside of town. And I think we talked about this on another show. How did all these things travel so much before the internet? Like before the internet was big, but we all knew about this place, and it was down this road, this dead end road, an hour outside of town. And the Klan used to have meetings there. They used to kill people there.
Yeah.
There were ghosts. The place was haunted. The whole forest around it was haunted, and it was just this dead end road that ended on a driveway with a gate. And they'd still have meetings there. So we never made it more than halfway down that road at night. Could never make it down that road. We wanted to.
Everywhere has that road. In Jersey, it was called Clinton Road. And you would be chased by KKK members and satanic dirt bike riders, and all these stories of like pickup trucks chasing guys. But yeah, it's so crazy. Like I see people having in the chat talking about it. What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
OJ?
Yeah, that was my stomach. Sorry.
Did you queef?
Yes.
Do it.
Eric Nagel, there was an old asylum near where I grew up on Long Island. The state had no idea what to do with it, so they repurposed it as a golf course back in the 70s.
Like a miniature golf course? Like you'd have to hit the ball through like the crazy. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
The fun house. But yeah, everyone has that scary. So, but we were talking about Mischief Night, but yeah, in Detroit, they had Devil's Night. So Devil's Night was the night before Halloween, And Detroit, for some reason, would burn everything to the ground on
Isn't
Devil's
that every
Night.
night? Isn't every night Devil's Night in Detroit? I've been there.
I guess. Yeah, we saw a lot of the remnants of Devil's Night. But this was so bad. This wasn't just the rumored to happen. This was happening every single year. This was so bad that they even had they had to put out PSAs in Detroit to warn people about and recruit volunteer firefighters too. So hold on, let me get this up.
What?
Yeah, here we go.
Because of the destruction caused by a few on Devil's Night, the rhythm and heartbeat of a great city gets slowed down.
You have to have a place to live. It's pitiful. We got to start doing something about it now.
On October 30th, get mad. Help us stop Devil's Night arson. For one day, Wednesday, October 30th, for 6 hours, you can help stop Devil's.
It's like the fire department. Can you imagine if any other law enforcement agency had advance notice of something happening? We know everything's gonna burn.
Yes.
On this one specific night.
Leave your houses.
Just give up.
For one day, Wednesday, October 30th, for 6 hours, you can help stop Devil's Night fires in your neighborhood. To volunteer, call 224-3450. Get mad.
Get mad.
Why do people just start fires? It's so insane to me.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on with my internet today.
I don't know, but I want to share real quick. I got a picture of one of those houses I was explaining. So yeah, so that's basically like it. All the houses looked like that, where someone just painted all these window shades on all the wood things. And it was just the creepiest thing because there was only like 4 houses and they were all on this one little dirt abandoned street. And they all looked the same. They were all boarded up, and someone took the time to paint those window shades. It was the creepiest fucking thing. Demon's Alley, I believe they're all knocked down now. That's the problem. All the places from weird New Jersey back in the day are all gone for the most part.
All those places were. Every town had something.
Every town had something.
Oh, and also again back to that town with the murders and the melon heads. That town also has something called Gravity Hill, which I guess is kind of creepy. I think a lot of places have one of these places
where the car drives up on its own.
Yeah, you start on one end of the road, you put the car in neutral, and the car will go uphill as if you're driving downhill.
Yes, everyone has that. It's so weird. How do we all find? And now everybody has a stupid letter sign downtown, like the name of the city in the downtown.
Right.
So hack.
But yeah, that's so funny. I didn't realize that other places had their own Gravity Hills, and we called it the exact same thing.
No, ours is the Magnetic Road.
Oh, yours was called Magnetic Road?
Yes.
In Jersey, we also had very close to where they filmed Friday the 13th. There is a road that goes along a lake called Shades of Death Road. And people used to love to try and steal the Shades of Death Road sign, that they had to make an extra tall street sign.
And it's steel reinforced. It's like the basketball nets with the chains on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's super tall. The old pole they used to grease it up so that people couldn't climb and get it. But because they used to steal that sign every fucking time they replaced it.
I would have been one of those guys because when I was a young boy, actually, I used to steal street signs, like stop signs, do not enter, everything. I had all of them.
Yeah, I always wanted a Shades of Death Road sign, but
that would be sweet.
Jimmy the Lip, we have a potato hill in my area. Believe it or not, a lady was dragged up it behind a car in the 70s. True story.
Oh,
is she okay?
Well, it was the 70s.
That would be Ray. Is she okay?
We have Dead Man's Curve in Cleveland, right in downtown Cleveland. It's a miserable turn you have to make on the freeway. And
isn't all of Cleveland a ghost town? Is it?
It's not
I
as
mean,
bad
I
as it
lived there, like,
was.
12 years.
Downtown Cleveland.
Yes. That's where I was, and I was like, "What is this place?"
Yeah, that does. It's not downtown Cleveland's not the best
was
way
like
to.
Detroit.
It's
Sorry,
a smaller version of Detroit. Yeah.
The producer's in my ear. We have to break for commercial.
Oh.
Hey, I'm no numbskull, so call me at 1-900-909-2233, and you'll hear the funniest monster jokes like, what's a vampire's favorite sport? Basketball. Or the one about the ghoul who missed her mummy. You'll also find out how to get these scary street signs featuring my friends Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein. It costs $2.45 for a 2-minute message, so ask your mom or dad if it's okay before you call 1-900-909-2233. I'm dying to
Holy
make you laugh.
That's like $20 a call.
Do you remember those scam
I
lines
do.
just designed to get kids to call? And
I love those commercials. I would never call them, but I love those commercials.
I know, it's even as a kid, you knew never to call that shit.
But look, not only did they want to take your money to call them, they also wanted to sell you some signs with their friends' names on. They wanted to send you garbage too.
Was that skeleton voiced by Jackie the Joke Man?
It might.
It sound like, or maybe it's Ray. Hey, that skeleton, he's pretty cool. He writes jokes. See, even that skeleton knows to pick up a pen and write a joke. Hey, what kind of sport do vampires play? Basketball. Ah, that's a good one. I'm going to tell that one. I'm going to write that down. That's a good joke.
I was gonna say it sounded like Chad doing an impression of Ray or Carl.
Oh, sorry guys. I guess we must be really backed up on ad reads. We've got one more.
Oh boy.
Igor.
This Halloween, when you stock up on Pepsi and Doritos, you'll find coupons for savings on Hershey's candies. It's the perfect recipe for a...
Here's something to howl about. This week at Purity Supermarkets, specially marked Pepsi Cola 2 liters are just 89 cents.
89 cents.
I know. I love seeing that old branding of the bottles, and especially that old style Dorito bag. Pretty cool.
I remember. Weren't they were like paper, weren't they at one point? Almost like a paper. No, they felt different.
Doritos bags?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Feeling different.
Our good friend JT just sent me an article about how the whole Demon's Alley myth and story of how Demon's Alley happened is totally debunked. So I have to read that later, but I'm very interested. Thank you, JT.
JT is our Jamie on the Joe Rogan show. He's the researcher.
Yes.
We say it on just a throwaway comment in the chat, and within an hour in Discord, I've got all the research done for me. So thank you, JT.
Yes.
Thank you, JT. It's Eric Nagel. Pepsi used to cost the same as Faygo and Shasta. Faygo.
Ugh.
And JT, we were just talking about crystal clear Pepsi.
That reminds me of my friend Eddie. We used to watch wrestling tapes and wrestle, and then we would take breaks to drink crystal clear Pepsi.
Wasn't it just crystal
That
Pepsi?
sounds really gay.
It was.
Yeah, who drank crystal Pepsi? That's gay.
Wrestling and then drinking crystal clear Pepsi.
Oh,
no, the wrestling was totally masculine.
Were you in your underwear while you were wrestling?
No, dude. Oh my god. Oh, so much wrestling in the 90s. Just watching
there was.
pay-per-views. And our parents go, "You're gonna break each other's necks. Stop it."
Well, I think we have our next show topic.
Yes.
Or maybe no, not our next. Our next. Well, unless is our guest host next week of wrestling a fan?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We'll find out. Eric Nagel doing his consumer bit. Crystal Pepsi was like bad peppermint as a soda.
Did it taste different? I don't remember it tasting.
Yeah, it didn't taste like. I don't remember it tasting like Pepsi.
Yeah, I don't
just
think it
remember
tasted
being
like Pepsi.
weird. Was it like Sprite? Was it just Pepsi?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Sprite. It wasn't lemon lime or anything. It was.
I don't remember what it tastes like, but I just remember the only person who ever bought it that I knew was my friend Eddie, and we would drink it after wrestling.
Hi, Eddie. Hi, Eddie's lawyers.
Hi, Eddie. I don't know where you are now.
Star Mountain just became.
I hope you're alive.
A YouTube member. Alice Danger has become a YouTube member.
Any relation to Carlos?
Yes, that's his trans name.
Ah.
Nimrob71, thanks for the 1-9. OJ is raised dumb cum. Yes.
I kind of do look like a sperm.
I think he was because of the. I thought he was saying because you fucked up the time.
Oh, that could be it too.
That too. That's why I think that some of these are old. Tron Melendez, thanks for the 49. Tukey's Detroit cousin Spooky was the official mascot of Hell Night. True story. Congratulations. Tukey has so many relatives. We're learning. Kenny, thanks for the 555. I don't want to miss 1 second of Tukey. I would rather have a GB of KP on my phone than notifications for this. You hacka separate channels. This is the last time, so make sure you like and subscribe at Yo Remember the 90s. There's a whole bunch of you here. Please like and subscribe. Dead Shmuel Buckman. It was regular Pepsi without the coloring. I don't think it
That's
was.
just weird. Even if it was, that's weird enough.
That's what I remember. Shmuley.
Yeah, I just remember it being like, whatever. But I wasn't really a Pepsi guy. I'm not a Pepsi guy.
I feel like people are trying to call. We're not taking calls unless Cardiff wants to take calls. People want
No calls. Just
Joey
talk in the
C tried to
chat.
call.
Oh, I guess I'm trying to call.
Can
Is
you
that
answer
me?
the phone, please?
I'm so conflicted.
That's funny.
I'm so conflicted. But yeah, that was your camera just flickered. You all right?
I know. I don't know what's happening with my camera. I don't know why it's flickering. I don't know if I'm having some kind of issue or something. I've never had that happen before.
It's a ghost.
So I talked about my Halloween costumes getting made with the patterns, but I pulled a list of some of the top Halloween costumes from the 90s. Ninja Turtles, of course, we saw in that video. Were you guys ever a Ninja Turtle?
I don't think
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah,
I
Michelangelo.
That was the one I really remember, the garbage bag costumes.
Right.
It was just a picture of the turtle top shell. But then I remember some guys having the really all out, really cool fucking
Did you guys have nunchucks and Chinese stars and all that stuff when you were a kid?
I had
No.
padded nunchucks that I got from the Ninja Turtles at Radio City concert thing we saw.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was the only time I had a Ninja Turtles costume.
I was all in on Michelangelo because of the nunchucks.
Yeah.
I could still use them. I'm still pretty good. I could do them between my legs and all that shit.
Oh, nunchuck competition with
Yeah.
what's his face?
If we're doing a
Bill.
nunchuck fight, I'm getting him as my trainer first.
But yeah, I definitely had I had a Ninja Turtle costume.
I had for some reason, I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why my father had them, but he had a pair of homemade nunchucks in the garage, and I never knew what they were. They were made with a heavy broomstick and a chain. That was it. And never knew why they were there. And then when I saw the turtles for the first time, I knew what they were for. And yeah, I hurt myself a lot with those.
Oh, me too, man. Clunking yourself in the head or the knees. Ouch.
What if that was really some kind of Filipino treatment to grow your foreskin on your penis? Because your father was all pissed off that he was circumcised. So he went to the island of Filipino or whatever. And
I believe the Philippines, sir.
Yes,
I mean,
he discovered this tool. And now, meanwhile, you're rubbing your hands all over and playing with nunchucks, probably hit yourself in the face. Meanwhile, that same piece of wood was wrapped around the foreskin of your father's penis, and he just had to roll it just a tiny bit every day.
Every day.
That's it.
A little bit more. Yeah.
And a little more of that skin over the head. Just
Now I can honestly say I'd never thought of that, but now that you've brought it up, I will never not think of it. So thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So yeah, the turtles, great costume, great times. Now this one, I maybe I wanted to forget that this guy existed, but Barney. Oops.
Barney, that was a popular Halloween costume.
I think more the little kids.
Yeah,
not in my neighborhood.
No, kid would have got his ass kicked for walking around as Barney.
Absolutely.
Okay, but we can't forget that Barney was a phenomenon.
It really was.
My band actually did the Barney theme song. We did a whiny metal version of it in the 90s.
It's fantastic.
The Power Rangers, great costume.
Another thing I never got into. I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I think this was a little past us, but
Yeah.
I knew how huge it was at the time because you started seeing these things.
It was all over TV. Every time you turn on the TV, it seemed like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was on.
Yeah, you guys are significantly, and I mean like significantly older than me. And even this was like a little after me because I remember I was way into the Ninja Turtles, and I just could not make that transition. A lot of people were making the transition from Ninja Turtles to Power Rangers. And I was trying to make that transition from Ninja Turtles to Pudding.
Well, at least you didn't think about making the other transition.
Yes. Well,
yes. Well, that was an easy decision. They already
Was
had
it?
the money. So sorry, you were transitioning from Ninja Turtles to football?
No, to try like I was trying girls.
Oh, okay. I never saw you as a football man myself.
No, I'm not.
What
Sailor
the
Moon.
hell is that?
Sailor Moon.
No idea.
I was into Sailor Moon in the 90s, but mostly because chicks were. That's what I'm saying. I went from Ninja Turtles to like Sailor Moon. It's Japanimation.
Never saw that in my life. No.
Buzz and Woody.
Okay.
Buzz and Woody. I saw some
1995.
Sounds like a dildo.
I know it's amazing that was 1995. And the animation still holds up pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's all I have to watch those a lot because of my little sister, and it's really good.
Ghostface. Oh, Joey Z. Welcome to the stream.
Mamma mia.
Send me the link. The Ghostface. The hell?
My friend used to date a girl who had a very long face, and he used to call her Scary Movie Mask Face Girl.
Should have just called her Scream.
I know. I don't know why he didn't. He wanted to be very literal with it, so he called her Scary Movie Mask Face Girl.
Wow.
Speaking of long faces, I forgot. I wanted to do this at the beginning of the show to play for we got a scoop. We got some new audio from our pal Howard Stern. Remember, I said speaking of long faces.
Yes.
I made a huge mistake. I had an affair. I've had multiple affairs.
This is a disaster.
Wow. I thought you were going from the long face and we're going to talk about Beth. You brought up Howard.
Well, that's why you brought up.
I made a huge mistake. I had an affair. I've had multiple affairs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Did he ever address all the like rumors about them getting separated? Not to get off of Halloween topic.
I don't think so.
Either way, whether it was true or not, I don't think either way he would address it. Like,
right?
Ignore it. Like he ignores Stuttering John was ever on the show.
It's true. Yeah, it's so weird. Man, they could really like give that show a second shot at life if they just start covering the John stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mind you, I think they could give that show a second life if they just embraced the past too and just started repackaging all the old stuff as it was. Like,
right, but all the John stuff is happening now. Like, I can't believe, like they don't.
If only Howard wasn't an old man and out of touch. God damn it.
Well, Carl has said he's got insiders that are saying that the back office is well aware of what's going on.
Sure.
They're all following it. Why do you keep running away? Capone 609, Tukey World Order. When I wear my Tukey t-shirt, I see people looking like they recognize it, and then they realize they don't. It's beautiful.
Tukey World Order.
Yeah, one day somebody is going to catch me walking around town in my Cardiff Electric shirt and say, "Hey, I know Cardiff Electric."
I do get weird looks when I wear my Tukey shirt because he's right. People look at it like, "Oh, that's a Muppet." No, it's not. What is it? And then I think they see the word Tukey. I think some people realize that's like a euphemism for pussy. What are these weird children noises?
Oh. Spooky. It's very spooky.
Very spooky.
Batman and Catwoman.
Bullshit.
No, the Catwoman. Because when did Batman Forever come out? Is that the one with Catwoman?
No,
that was Batman 2.
It was like
whatever that was called.
It was like 92.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's
in
the
the
camera
early
doing that.
90s.
I don't know. It's a ghost.
Annoying me.
Could be the ghost.
Yes, the Catwoman outfit. I find it very sexy for a woman to be wearing the Catwoman outfit. Tight, latex or whatever the hell it is.
Cartman and Kenny. Those again, the tail end of the 90s. Maybe something we'll cover more in depth in 87 to 9/11 or 77 to 9/11, whenever that starts up.
77 to 9/11. Things happened in between. 77 to 9/11. Everything looks so clean. And then 9/11 happened and ruined our lives. The world is different, and we will surmise all the things that happened to us from 77 to 9/11. Now we don't need a theme song.
I love it.
Somebody did. That. And then there's
great.
Yeah, somebody clip that, send it to us, produce it, put it together, so we have that for 77 to 9/11 starting soon.
77 to 9.
Right now, we have a word from our sponsors.
I may be stranded, but at least I got my Fruity Pebbles. Fruity! A ghost! Only a Fruity Pebbles can set my spirit free. My Fruity Pebbles? Okay. Frighteningly fruity flavors. Thanks, Fred. Barney! Boo. Bon appetit. Post Fruity Pebbles cereal, part of this complete breakfast.
Blinding blackness. Everyone thinks my new glow-in-the-dark box is so much fun. Wow. They only want to eat in the dark. It glows. My guests have always enjoyed the double chocolatey taste, but this is ridiculous. Oh,
Didn't the marshmallows glow?
Anybody seen the milk? Now to enjoy a monstrously delicious part of a complete breakfast.
No, that's not.
Now I see delight. And you
I remember the marshmallows glowing.
Oh, how do they make marshmallows glow? It's not like,
I don't know, it's just same thing that causes leukemia farts, I'm sure, but I want my food to glow.
that's like a squirt button.
Peanut butter crunch.
I remember this commercial.
Was it?
Horrifying, isn't it? One taste of my peanut butter crunch, and you'll always come back for more. It's the only peanut butter cereal, and it's part of a balanced breakfast. It's to die for. It's the crunch that screams peanut butter.
I agree with Eric Nagel. This was the start of turning good cereals into shit, like changing all the shapes in Lucky Charms.
Yeah, what was the big one that they made a big deal when they added the
rainbow?
Or the rainbow?
It was a rainbow with a cloud and then a pot of
yeah.
gold. Oh, and a balloon. Maybe it was the balloon. Remember the red balloon they made a big deal about?
They had a contest for one of them, I remember. Like to pick.
It was either the red balloon or the rainbow then, I think. And I also think Trix changing from the balls to the fruit shapes was a bad idea.
I think Trix itself is a bad idea. Trix stinks. I don't care if it was for kids.
And then, well, I used to like. I think I like Trix because at the seaside shore they used to have those like. Well, they still do have all like the cool, like not cool, but like
of course, purple horseshoes.
Purple horseshoes.
Purple horseshoes was the big change. Yeah, it was the horseshoe.
What? See, I feel like
horseshoe.
I've always seen purple horseshoes. I don't remember.
Green.
They were green?
There was green horseshoes, weren't there?
See, I don't know. I've always known purple horseshoes, and I feel like they've always been part of my Lucky Charms, part of this well-balanced breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Always.
I like Trix because I used to see a shirt at the Jersey Shore that said silly not rabbit. Yes, dicks are for chicks. So I
remember that.
That marketing on that adult shirt as a kid made me want to eat Trix. I'm sick. I'm sick. I need help.
Yeah,
I can't believe that you're gonna do a nunchuck video against Phil Elmore.
So you think your kung fu's pretty good, huh? Let's kung fu.
Oh,
Can you find this Lucky Charms purple horseshoe commercial, OJ? I don't have that, but if you can find that on YouTube, we'll put that up. Eric demands it. And
I want to know. I love on Eric Nagel's show how they do the consumer stuff where they try different like new products.
Yeah, him and Josh and Giddle.
Yes, we should have Eric on, and we should do that on our show at some point.
Yes, we'll do a crossover.
Yes,
we'll find some candy.
I want
That's
to
35 years old. We'll make him eat it.
Oh, I don't think I ever explained what Zag nuts are. Zag nuts are basically Butterfingers without the chocolate, and instead they're covered in toasted coconut.
Oh, coconut, you lost me.
What?
Coconut
Toasted
stinks.
coconut.
I don't want.
I never understood people who don't like coconut.
Coconut stinks.
Someone said it once before. It's not the taste; it's the texture.
Oh, stop it.
That sounds about right. WSX, thanks for the $20. As a teen in junior high, I was dressed up as a bum, shaving cream on the face with Folgers coffee attached to it as a beard. After that, it was a bunch of old mismatched clothes to complete the ensemble. It itched like a motherfucker. Hashtag bullied.
I'm sorry.
Is this the purple Lucky Charms?
I think so.
Oh no, where do I go?
Horseshoes
Here,
in
Lucky.
the 90s.
Those kids are always have to be Lucky Charms. Part of this complete breakfast. With marshmallow moons, hearts, and horseshoes. Horseshoes? Aye, to help me escape, that's what I use. My magical marshmallow purple horseshoes.
The horses! They're online!
Off we go! Oh, no!
Gotcha, Lucky Charms!
Marshmallow horseshoes!
I had no idea. I always thought the horseshoes. I don't remember Lucky Charms without the horseshoes.
But I remember, I don't remember what it was, but I remember following this commercial like a TV show. Like this was a series of commercials.
I think it was the red balloon. No.
It started with one. What are we going to do? What's going to be the next one? And there was another, like this went on for, it probably went on for maybe a couple months, but it felt like years of my life. I was waiting to find out what happened to the next Lucky Charms commercial. Fuck. And I hated Lucky Charms. But still, I needed to know. My lost interest, thanks to the 109. Tukey, daughter said no to Tukey teas for grandkids.
Disown her.
Yes, you raised her wrong, my lost interest. You raised her wrong. I'm sure you did your best, but it wasn't enough. It's Eric Nagel. Thank you for the $5, so I'm not being a taker. What does that mean?
The Undertaker. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I remember following the saga that was laid out in those commercials. I don't think can they do that anymore. Are they allowed? Chairman Meow, the red balloon. Yeah, wasn't there a weird... Yeah,
I think the red balloon was like they made a big deal out of like one new marshmallow shape, and I always felt like it was the red balloon, but I could be wrong.
Apparently we've been had. That's not the real Eric Nagel. Got us again. Got us.
We're the goose.
We are.
We're
the goose.
Okay.
We have, unfortunately, another word from our sponsors.
Unfortunately.
Elvira here, Mistress of the Dark and sometimes Surfer Babe, because Coors Light is the official beer of Halloween and the party's at the beach, Malibu Beach, where you can hang ten. Look, Frankie and Annette. And of course, when it's time to chill, just reach for that cooler of Coors Light. Aged ice cold, never frozen stiff. It's the right beer now for Halloween. Just look for the silver bullet smooth display and dig up your friends now for a party at the beach. Happy Halloween, dudes.
Wanna go psycho with me, Elvira? Here at the Bates Motel? Look for me wherever they sell mug root beer. And enter the Go Psycho with Elvira contest. You can be my guest at Universal Studios in Hollywood for a month.
Does she drink root beer or does she drink Coors Light? I don't know.
Shower anyone? This Halloween, go psycho with Elvira and win a party with mug root beer and me. I love my mug. I love it.
She's got the same hair as Joey C's wife.
Oh. Hi, Joey C. Hi, Joey C's lawyers.
Hi, Joey.
So I did find a Red Balloons commercial if you guys are interested.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to say I'm glad that you went to Malibu Beach because I used to go to the sister beach, Jigga.
Play the clip, OJ. Quick, before we get.
Love these Lucky Charms.
The marshmallowy part of this complete breakfast.
Lucky?
To make me Lucky Charms even more marshmallowy fun, I'm adding a new charm.
A new marshmallow? What'll it be?
There are already hearts, stars, moons, clovers, diamonds, and horseshoes. The new marshmallows are red.
A red what? His red balloon's blowing away.
You'll never know.
New marshmallow?
Can you guess?
Yes, see?
There it was. To be continued. Okay, it was the red balloon.
Red balloon.
Hooray! I'll help him. Ooh, ah!
Safe at last.
So what's the new marshmallow?
Well, there's hearts, stars, moons, clovers, diamonds, horseshoes, and now...
New red balloon marshmallows!
In Lucky Charms, the marshmallowy fun part of this complete breakfast.
Frosted Lucky Charms! Marshmallowy delicious!
You love me new red balloons, too.
I didn't know he was in those commercials. But that was from 1989.
Wait a minute. Then why was the other commercial? Because I was just about to say, why did that commercial look older, but they mentioned the purple horseshoes?
They might have.
They're trying to resell you the same shit and try to make it exciting. Oh, we got purple horseshoes now.
Yeah, they discontinued the purple horseshoes for like 5 years. And then they said, hey, we still have the purple horseshoe machine over here. Let's bring back the purple horseshoes.
We are living in a simulation and we just keep repeating the same events over and over. Just real quick, speaking of that, I was listening to a clip of Howard Stern from 1997, and he predicted that the United States would become a third world country in 2025. We're getting very close.
It's scary.
I thought that was really awesome.
It's probably a good time to remind everybody this Halloween. It's always important to play it safe, but most especially on Halloween.
Yes, be sure not to eat your candy until you get home and inspect it because you never know if there will be razor blades in the candy or cum. And that's about it. I think that's all I used to hear about as a kid.
Cum? I never heard cum. I never heard. But yeah, you used to get. When did candy? When did it transition from, when I was a kid, I heard about kids getting, people making the caramel apples.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Apples. But I never saw that. I never got that once. I think I would have spit on somebody if they gave me that. Yeah. You did.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
The most we ever got was cookies wrapped in like a little baggie. Like maybe they made homemade cookies, but I never got a candy apple. And my cheap ass neighbor across the street who used to sit on his porch and smoke Marlboro Reds all fucking day, he used to give kids pennies. And then we would come back later at night and throw those pennies back at his house. Don't give kids pennies. Even kids throw pennies or shit.
Yeah, what about, remember the UNICEF boxes? Did you ever do the UNICEF?
No, what is that? Is that someone making a donation in my name for Halloween?
Yeah, you never had the kids go trick-or-treating with the boxes and to collect coins for UNICEF? No. What about you, OJ? You must have.
No.
Yeah, and then you'd open up the box, the tamper-proof box, and half for me, half for the kids in Africa. Oh, you guys never had UNICEF?
No.
Yeah, that Chris Mack knows what I'm talking about. Kids used to carry a box for UNICEF, and that's where we would want the pennies. Oh, this one, yeah, I always heard about people with the toothbrushes, giving out toothbrushes on how dentists would do it.
Yeah, we would get stupid shit like that.
Yeah. The best. Did you ever redo a house? Go back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have another mask. Yeah, I got caught a couple times.
Yeah. There was one guy on our street, and we just assumed, that he worked for Coca-Cola, because every year he was giving out. He'd either give out like whole cans of Coke, or he'd have one year he had Coca-Cola yo-yos, and they were like what's that real yo-yo brand? Like,
I don't know. I wasn't into
they were
yo-yo.
the professional yo-yo company. They used to show up at your school and try and sell all the kids yo-yos, like in The Simpsons. But it actually happened.
We never had
You never had the yo-yos?
I
van
remember
show
at a
up at your
time when
school?
yo-yos were popular and there was like dudes doing like, stunts or whatever you want to call it with them. But yeah, nobody ever showed up to my school trying to sell these yo-yos.
No, these guys showed up with doing the stunts in the playground, and they just run around doing all this stuff. And
then they got crammed into the back of a van to go to the next school.
I never saw that, but fuck, for the next 6 months, there were so many yo-yos in the yard. Everyone's walking the dog, everyone's doing tricks. Yes, Dunkin' yo-yos. This guy was giving out Dunkin' Coca-Cola yo-yos.
That's hilarious. So it was exactly like the Simpsons episode, because they showed the next day all the kids are using the yo-yos.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Mom, I want to. And I don't think they sold them there. They were just like promotions for yo-yos. And we went out and I made my mom buy me a yo-yo.
That doesn't look like you. That was old. That was the old Sparkles. Oh my god! I can't believe they actually had I got what they were going for on The Simpsons, but I was like, "There's no way that was like a real thing."
That happened at my school. It wasn't in the gym. Like, it wasn't an assembly. They just showed up in the playground, and everybody wanted yo-yos.
We had rapping Shakespeare come to our school, but the next day everyone wasn't rapping. Like, yo, Romeo and Juliet, they couldn't.
We had a Starburst van come, and it was I guess right when Starburst came out, so they were doing like a promotion. This thing was actually super cool for little kids. It was like a giant like clubhouse. It was like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it other than it was really cool for little kids. It was just like it had like secret rooms and you could walk through it. And
no, I don't want to interrupt you, OJ.
Sure.
I've been told I interrupt you way too much. Mostly by you. But
what? That's not true.
So your school was encouraging kids to go into vans for candy?
Yes.
It
was a Catholic school.
Seems like a strange thing for a school to do. Get in the candy van, kid. We're going for a ride. Oh
boy. Well, I'm gonna pull up something real quick. I don't know how great this video is, but this was somewhere I was at. Oh, it's like the end of the video. I watched a lot of it.
Next time you work hard.
96. I was probably there.
That's Cardiff.
Yeah, Cardiff. If you just saw him walk by, but every year in
that was me.
Athens, Ohio University. It's like one of the biggest Halloween parties every year. Like 30,000 people show up to this thing. There is Cardiff. He just walked by. This year, I believe I was a camel jockey. I know that's not the appropriate term.
What?
But I had one of those, those see-through masks that you put on your face.
Yeah.
It's like I had one of those and had like a long beard on it, and I had a towel on my head and a robe and a cane, and I would just kept repeating, "Where is my camel? Have you seen my camel?"
Now people will say times were different, but they weren't that different, OJ.
Right. But yeah, I was definitely down here in 96 in Athens, Ohio, having drunk out of my mind and getting laid later that night. I was
his name.
I was going through the video hoping I could find myself, but yeah, obviously I couldn't. But it's a wild time. If you're in the party and having a good time, even if you're not a young person, there was a lot of older people there too. So
it's like a street fair, like a block.
Yeah, they shut down the main street in Athens, in the city, and yeah, it just turned into this big party where people I remember I was being followed around by like some Japanese guy with a camera.
Really? I was just about
Yeah.
to say, did they let any other ethnicities besides white go to this?
Yes, there's a couple blacks, a couple Asians.
Oh, there are.
you know,
Because I was going to say,
yes.
everyone's behaving so well. It seems like there's no problems here. I was trying to find the common factor there.
Well, no, actually, with this school, this event, yeah, people, it's really cool, a bunch of white people, but they, at the same school in the 90s, there were riots in the same location between the students and police. It turned out it was when during daylight savings times, the kids lost that hour at the bar, and yeah, so there you go. But that is
JBK's
somewhere
dad-
I was at in the 90s.
JBK's dad says he remembers a guy in a sheet costume trying to blow all the guys in the men's room at an
Oh my
after
God,
party
that was me.
back in the 90s.
Yes, that was me.
OJ hasn't changed in 33 years. I did want to bring up before we get off on costumes, and oops, did I just say get off on costumes? Everyone's favorite costume for the 90s. Miss Britney Spears. Hit me, baby.
Oh, sure.
One more time.
Everyone likes the naughty schoolgirl or the naughty nurse. But yes, Britney Spears. It's pretty bad because when Britney came out, everybody was fawning over her, how hot she was, and she was still underage at the time.
But the record companies, they're responsible.
And you know what? I've seen those videos of her looking, everybody's saying she looks crazy because she's dancing. I don't know. I don't watch all of them, but I think she's still fucking smoking hot for her age.
Yeah, she's a good looking girl. But yeah, she's crazy as shit, but that's okay.
That's all right.
You guys remember this movie?
Sure.
Yes. My little sister, she loves it. We have to listen to it almost every day throughout the year, not just Halloween.
Oh,
we listen to it more now. Yes.
So good. Yeah, this was my first. This was the movie when this was coming out. Me and my friends decided this is the movie we're going to go watch and drop acid for the first time.
Oh, really?
wow.
How'd that go?
Let me just say, I think we got ripped off on the acid.
Oh, bummer.
That's always horrible. I got ripped off on shrooms one time, and we were so stupid that we went back and bought more fake shrooms because we thought we needed more for them to kick in.
What they give you, just button mushrooms or something?
Yeah, he must have just bought them at the store or some,
It's shiitake.
Dickhead. What a dick.
Yeah. We should have kicked his ass, but we just let it go.
What's this? What's this?
Remember the McDonald's buckets and the gift certificates?
Yes, I do.
Certificates.
Are those the original ones?
I have one.
You still have one?
I still have one.
Yeah, that definitely makes me.
Do you
think
eat
of
cereal out of it, OJ? I want to envision you eating cereal out of it every morning.
No. I've never eaten cereal out of it. I did use it to trick or treat a few times. Like I had my bag, and then I would keep that as like a backup if I can get more.
The guys that were the smartest were the pillowcase guys.
Yes.
Always envious of the.
Did you ever steal any other kids' candy? I never did. I just want to say that right now. I was never one of those people.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say back to when you asked about the apples, the caramel covered apples, whatever the hell they're called. I was actually lucky enough to go to a nicer neighborhood when I was a kid, because I lived in the city, but my cousins, they all lived in the suburbs and like the upper middle class area. So every year I was going to all these really nice houses and all. I was spoiled.
You had someone drive you there?
To my cousin's house, yeah. But
your cousin was in the nicer neighborhood. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, my parents would drive me.
So you would get like full-size chocolate bars?
Yeah, dude. We would get so much, all the good stuff. It was very rare, but yeah, there was still some of those dickheads that would give you like you said, like a dentist or something, give you toothpaste and a toothbrush, or give you change. It's like, what the hell? Like, what am I gonna do with change?
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to answer that question after this next commercial.
That's what Cardiff looks like. He looks exactly like that.
Up, dogs.
What? No dip?
For a really great Halloween, pick up tons of Pepsi and Doritos.
Oh my god. I totally remember that commercial.
Can't be the real thing.
Mummies everywhere are rushing to Carvel for the new
Cookie
Halloween
Puss.
ice cream cake. Just
Oh, yeah.
$9.99. Have your
I remember
mummy
that.
pick up some new ghosty cones too. The Halloween cake, $9.99.
I don't feel like I remember ghosty cones, but I remember the Halloween cake.
Yeah, what was
Carvel.
that? Like pre-made, then flash frozen cones?
I guess. Yeah, I don't remember
Shit.
those. Or did they make them for you? I don't know. Is Carvel still around? I never liked Carvel, honestly.
I think I've
I was
seen
never a big fan.
one or two. But every once in a while, you see a Carvel.
We don't have those out here in Utah.
Ugh.
Utana.
But I totally remembered that first commercial. What? No dip? I feel like me and my buddies repeated that to
no
each
dip?
other. That was
Yeah.
one of those commercials.
And I seem to remember going through this too. A lot of crossover commercials, Pepsi and Doritos. Like I guess they just shared a lot of ad dollars. I know they're the same company, but I guess their products go so well together. They just put the commercials together.
What was the Coke one? The black and white Dracula drank the Coke and then
Then they became
turned into
sexy
a
and in color.
sexual.
Yeah, it was.
Then they went and fucked.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting commercial.
Ooh.
Now that the show's been interesting, let's tone it down a little bit. Our friend Carlos has come up with has put together a Carlos's pick for us. Next week, Carlos Danger will be here. Believe it or not, co-hosting with you two gentlemen. I will be away, but Carlos Danger. So, I mean, at least the body weight being removed from the show is being replaced.
Yes.
With Carlos Danger, but
Probably even.
I wouldn't say even. Not quite even, but here's Carlos's pick for this week. Gentlemen, enjoy. Hopefully he's figured it out. Hopefully we learn about a 90s movie this week.
This is going to be great for the audio only podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Carlos Picks. My name is Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast. Hey, remember the 90s? Do you remember the 90s? Excuse me. Based on the Thomas Harris novel of the same name, Reservoir Dogs.
Dressed as a pretzel?
That's really groundbreaking there.
That's a disguise.
Terrifying new thriller that offers no let-up. Director Wes Craven has created a film that is the most disturbing we've seen since Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Skipping ahead, we say that Reservoir Dogs is part of a new breed of horror movies, along with Henry, Jacob's Ladder, and Flatliners. Although the latter two were inferior, they're billed as psychological thriller. They're not the traditional slasher film, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, that have dominated the theaters for the last 12 years. They're actually much more brutal. Be careful not to blink or you'll miss Uma Thurman. I guess that's okay. But for the longest time, I remember the first time I saw pornographic movies. It was in my parents' house, like downstairs where my grandmother used to live in the in-law apartment, and just being like, wow, like that's embarrassingly small. Waiting your whole life to see come as a kid, debating its cinematic gore. etc., etc., etc. It was almost depressing because it's like, oh my God, bear with me for a second. F you, Zuckerberg. That sums it up.
Wow. Thank you, Carlos. That was, I think you outdid yourself this week, buddy. Thank you for that.
Very brave of Carlos Danger to do that for Colostomy Bag Awareness Month.
Yes, and if you're listening to the audio only podcast, I advise you to go to @YoRememberThe90s on YouTube and watch the video because it's very funny. We learned that Carlos has a colostomy bag.
Yes, thank you, Carlos Danger.
Why would he have a colostomy bag?
I believe part of his lower intestine was removed because it had a lamb shank stuck in it.
Oh, all right.
It's like an entire it processed through, got all the way to his lower intestine.
You gotta watch out.
And then got jammed.
Watch out for those bones, Carlos.
Yes, definitely take a look before you chow down. The hell's that?
I don't know. What is it?
And yes, the censor bars. I wasn't sure if man nipple would gotten the stream taken down. So it's better safe than sorry. But unfortunately, we do have another word from our sponsor. Or our sponsors. I apologize. We haven't heard from Pizza yet, have we?
No. Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show.
Hey, everybody! I'm done trick-or-treating, and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Hello, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza.
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who is here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You got it. I want to go to Pizza Hut now!
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Hey, put me down!
See you next time.
It was late one night in the castle of the Chicken McNuggets.
What are you making?
Sauce. We're using my mummy's recipe.
Mummy,
This better be good.
It'll be great.
Does your daddy have a recipe?
Now you can get McDonald's Happy Meal pails for
Halloween.
There's a pumpkin pail, a witch, and a ghost that glows in the dark. You can get a different one each week until
Halloween.
Didn't the chicken nuggets glow in the dark?
Yes. Naturally, though. That wasn't
Those chicken nuggets were different shapes when, the nuggets were different shapes. You never knew what kind of nugget you were going to get back then. Could have been the white meat, could have been the dark meat.
Oh, yeah. Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Holy shit.
Yeah, because they
sometimes they were gristly.
Yeah, because
now they're all the same.
Chicken, they put a whole chicken in that smasher thing, like they showed on Super Size Me. They take a whole chicken, and then there's this masher with spikes, and they just keep mashing this one chicken until it turns into a paste. And then they put it in these molds, like penis molds and other kind of funny shapes, stars, dinosaurs, and they make chicken nuggets that way.
So good.
Delicious.
Kenny Treehouse, a horror. You guys are both Simpsons fans?
Yes, still a tradition, I believe, to this day, right?
To this day.
Is there a new Treehouse of Horror?
Someday,
or did they already do it?
They might have already done it because now the World Series is on. That's on Fox.
On Fox. Does Eric Nagel even still watch The Simpsons? That I need to know. I haven't watched the new Simpsons in years.
Yeah, it's been years for me too.
I pop in once in a while, but yeah, it's not regular watching it. Maybe 3 years ago was the last one I watched. 3 or 4 years ago.
I mean, did they really change Apu's voice because of that one asshole and Carl?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, that's what they were trying to do. There's a whole documentary. Yeah, the black guy Carl, Lenny and Carl. They changed his voice, I think.
Oh, Carl. Okay, sorry, Carl. I thought you meant somebody.
No, the black
guy named
guy
Carl was attacking.
No.
Okay.
No, the black guy Carl in The Simpsons. They said
they changed him too.
Yes, they said they needed a black guy to do his voice, so they got one of the singers from the band Hepcat, a ska band, and he does the voice of Carl now. I haven't heard it, but it's like ridiculous. Yeah, they've changed like all our fucking cartoons. Like, just end it. Just end it. If people have that much of a problem with a cartoon that's been around since 1988, just end it.
Trios of Horrors after Halloween this year. What?
That used to happen sometimes, and that would be the biggest bullshit. Because no one cares about a Halloween after it's over. The
Right.
holiday, not a Halloween, but any holiday. It's about the buildup. Once you get to the holiday, you're like, oh, this fucking stinks. And then once it's over, you don't fucking think about it again until next year.
Christmas might be that one exception, but I agree. I mean, Halloween, once it's over, you're done with it.
Yeah, not Christmas. Christmas is an exception. Even that December 26th. Get that shit out of here.
Right. Like, yeah, if you're like, oh, I forgot to give that person a gift. And then it's like December 26th, December 27th. By December 28th, if you didn't get that person a gift, you're like, oh, yeah, fuck that person.
Yeah, but not when you're a kid.
Well, we're not kids. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the 90s. That's what kind of where I'm going. And, you know, when I was a kid.
52 in 1993?
Yes, I was 52. Damn it. Actually, 53.
What is happening?
He's dead again. He's having some technical difficulties. We do have a couple more commercials we'll take a look at. This one is shit, I lost it. Nothing's working today. This commercial I watched, it brought back that feeling of going to the video store and your video not being there. But luckily, Blockbuster came to the rescue with guaranteed availability on your favorite films.
This Halloween, Blockbuster Video has a special treat for your whole family. You can take home any of these great Halloween classics for just $7.99. Or rent 2 movies and get them for $3.99. Now, if that's not a reason to scream, what is? Make it a Blockbuster fright.
It goes a different.
What? There's something under the bed. I heard something. There's nothing under the bed. I heard something. See, look. It's just Fluffy. He got scared by a dumb cat. I wasn't scared.
I told you there was nothing under the bed.
A most chilling experience is waiting for you. You can make your next party a real scream with a Goosebumps ice cream cake for a limited time from your local TCBY treat shop. A taste so good you can send shivers down your friends' taste buds. TCBY Goosebumps ice cream cakes for a limited time. And for $5 you can get TCBY treats, gift certificates, and offers from Walden Books, Party City, and DreamWorks Interactive. Our account eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I like to eat the peanut butter first.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, OJ.
Yes, no, there is not. I eat the chocolate around the outside of my Reese's peanut butter cup, and then I eat the inside of it.
This might be a little controversial, but I cut the top off of Reese's. I scoop the peanut butter out of it, not getting an ounce of the chocolate, and I throw the chocolate away.
Why not just buy? You know they sell Reese's peanut butter, right?
I know, but it hasn't. I need peanut butter that's actually been encased in chocolate for about 6 years before.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
It is important to remind everyone.
That Blockbuster commercial, though, it was interesting to see the cover of the original Halloween. That's a cover I don't remember seeing for the original Halloween movie.
Mm.
And also, I know that's your bit is the Michael Myers mask, but I was Michael Myers for probably 4 years in a row for Halloween.
It's a great costume.
Yeah, great. I used to love to terrorize the girls in the neighborhood. And just like stand there and like stalk them in my Michael Myers mask, and I had a mechanic's outfit and everything.
Yep, the big coveralls. Dabbler, I believe you're there in audio only.
I'm here. I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera. I don't know if it's like overheating or something, but well, fucked up.
Spooky. It's the ghosts. Well, Don Carino has been a member for 2 months, so congratulations
Thank you, Don.
to you, Don Carino. Ditka 80. The fuck? Ditka 89, thanks for the 199. Let's see your face, you lying kartoffel. Thank you.
Coward!
Don Carino has gifted 5 Cardiff Electric memberships. Don Carino, I love you for doing that. Thank you. But please come on over here to You'll Remember the 90s and subscribe here. Because next week that will be the only place to watch the show. If the 200 people watching right now are enjoying this show, please make sure you're subscribed at You'll Remember the 90s next week. That's the only place it will be found. Dave Daffler, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Cardiff, love your hair.
I agree. I love that. It's a good look for you.
Thank you. You know how pissed I was? I think I forgot to pull this stupid filter out last Halloween. I had to wait an entire lunar cycle.
Oh, yeah. I've done that too. Like I've thought of a joke that only works like on 9/11 or something, or like the week before, the week after.
Please tell me the 9/11 jokes that work. Other than the Hulk Hogan memes, nothing is funny.
It's really hack. It's really hack shit. I just used to go up on open mics and be like, I lost my wallet the other day. Worst 9/11 ever. So yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Really hack.
Bruto,
back then when it was closer to the actual 9/11, it worked.
Bruto, $2 for your new camera coming to you. Fancy Mortimer, $2. Cardiff sing Monster Mash, please. Will we close the show with Monster Mash?
You know, I forgot to pull that because I have Stuttering John singing Monster Mash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I put it up on my channel like this time last year, actually. And I think I took it down.
I'll play it on Tukey Soup.
Okay.
Which reminds me, can I play a commercial?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you wanted to play a commercial.
Yes, I do. Here's a commercial. Does Tukey have leukemia? Wow! Have you ever used the dating app Bumble? And Ray DeVito uses it to find girls who have a little something extra. I mean a big black penis under their skirt. Whoa!
Wow, when's
Amazing.
that?
Amazing.
Yes. Sunday night, we will be having a very spooky Tukey Soup where we showcase the weird, basically Ray DeVito.
And we'll hear John sing, he did the mash.
Yes, so I need
Monster Mash.
Halloween themed things. I got KC as an alpaca. I don't know. It was just very weird and creepy to me. All that kind of stuff we will see on Thursday. Tukey will be talking about all of it and even some new things, some new people that you might already know but haven't really been showcased in this
or might not know. We may learn about people whose cats are being choked by satellites from the government.
Exactly.
Who's that?
I guess we'll tune in tomorrow actually for that, right? Call the AIDS brigade, you junkie fanook.
Yes, we will be doing be dabbling live tomorrow morning and introducing you to some new people as well.
Yes.
Tiger Lily, will Tukey's costume be better than Bedabbler's? Yes. Tukey has bought a couple of costumes, and Tukey will be in costume Sunday. So, yes, please tune in Sunday night for a very spooky Tukey Soup.
Tukey's good, but I'm more of a Shlomo fan. Thanks, Rundaz. Nobody knows who Shlomo is. Shlomo will not be there.
Great.
Uncle Shlomo.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about Halloween before we wrap up? Any fun stories? Any costumes you want to point out? Any favorite candies we've talked about? What else? What else is part of Halloween?
The only costume I can think about that thinking about it now is ridiculous is I dressed up as Leatherface one year and a fake chainsaw wasn't good enough for me. So I carried around my dad's real chainsaw. But it had
gas?
No, it actually didn't have gas in it. But I got so heavy And I was like, how do I just keep it like tied around? So I took my dad's like the belt from my dad's shower robe and I tied it to the chainsaw, and I had it tied around my neck. So there's just this kid walking around the street with a real chainsaw tied to his neck. Like it had the blade on it and everything. It just didn't have gas, but still could have cut people, I guess.
Still could have done some damage.
Go watch episode 4. Best horror movies of the 90s.
Yes, we did do. We didn't do best horror movies. We just discussed. We haven't done a best of anything. We've just done discussions so far, but
I don't think there were even really any good horror movies in the 90s. I think that's what you guys pretty much discovered. I mean, unless you want to like, it was a lot of like gimmicky shit, like you said, like the Blair Witch Project, which was really a shit movie, but the build up to it was amazing.
Like whodunit mysteries, trying to figure out who the killer is.
Right, which was Scream, and that brought on the whole I Know What You Did Last Summer and all that stupid campy teen shit.
But if you do like, if you count thrillers like Misery, like Silence of the Lambs, I mean, there were some good ones.
I've never seen Silence of the Lambs. Is that really considered a horror movie though?
It's a scary fucking movie. It's a creepy. I had to watch it. I had to do a rewatch. I had to send Christian Blatt a message after he brought it up and went through it. I'm like, I haven't watched this movie in forever. And I went back and watched it. 7, Candyman, we've got Cube.
Oh, 7 was good.
Yeah, 7, Season of the Witch. Beetlejuice. Not really a horror, but like
Child's Play, the Child's Play movies. I know they came out
only 2.
in the 80s.
Number one was 89, but I think Child's Play 2 came out in the 90s. But yeah, Candyman, I remember being a scary one.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh my gosh. I just had another flashback because you guys know I was a big wrestling fan.
What?
And WCW did a cross promotion with Chucky, the Chucky doll. And it was pretty cringy.
I don't remember that either.
I remember they did one also with RoboCop, but I do remember Chucky, and it was Chucky and Rick Steiner.
They wrestled?
No, he was just like on screen. Okay. RoboCop did come out.
I remember RoboCop coming down to the ring like,
he like opened up a cage, like
he tore a cage off.
Yeah,
now, that would have been very unfair to Rick Steiner to have to wrestle RoboCop.
But no, Rick Steiner was he may have had to wrestle Chucky.
He wrestled Chucky.
Oh, Chucky, sorry. Yeah. Who wrestled RoboCop?
No one wrestled RoboCop. RoboCop came down to save a guy who was locked in a cage or something.
I think it was Sid Vicious, if I'm not mistaken. No. I could be wrong about that, but
the 90s TV movie. That was very,
I can find that.
Very scary.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, all the best horror movies were in the 80s.
Yeah, I might agree. I
agree.
Tukey is going
70s or 80s. Yeah.
77 to 9/11. There's lots of movies to discuss, but in the 90s they kind of sucked, and no one made a fuss.
Well, I don't think you need to add things that suck to the theme song. Maybe keep the theme song positive. Right. Nimrod 71, thanks for 109. Tukey is going as a putting green. Congratulations. Dave Daffler, I'm a huge Ray DeVito fan. Yeah, right. Thanks for the $5.
Ray is on right now, I believe. Ray is live.
Of course he is. Dan Carino, thanks for the $2. Kids. Is that your favorite horror movie of the 90s? Was Kids?
Oh yeah.
Very scary.
So I just found the I'm gonna pull it up. Stuff it. Chucky and Rick Steiner video.
Ooh, wrestling might. What's WCW? I think we'll be okay. Well, no, it's.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe let's not take the chance. You're right.
It's not a money thing. They block it from certain areas. Like
and then nobody can watch.
Because I saw people like, oh, these guys used not to care about money. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. Listen, we literally make 3 cents on views on these videos. There's no money. It's that it gets blocked in certain areas and people can't see it. Dickwads.
If anyone's that interested, I literally typed Chucky Steiner into YouTube search, and it was the first thing that came up.
We have not sat here. We're here on a Friday night. We have not begged for a super chat once. We're not doing this for money.
No.
Please, people. We do this for love. But I think yeah, Jimmy's right. They'll take your stream down for wrestling for sure.
Yeah, wrestling is one of those things. Like for whatever reason, it's the
Yeah, they have Vince McMahon. Well, not Vince McMahon anymore. Well, I guess he's still involved. Anyway, Saudi Arabia. It's their fault. Anything else, boys? Do we have?
I don't think so. The
any
only
last
other
thoughts?
thing, the only other thing I could think about was the scary scary stories to tell in the dark books. Those always reminded me of
Yeah.
Halloween. With
And
those really,
Goosebumps was later, I think.
yeah, but those scary
was the
stories
younger.
to tell in the dark books, the illustrations on those are incredible. I'm sure most people know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, go take a look at those. And those are kids' books. Like the illustrations were insane. And I think they made a movie of it recently. And that is a movie I would be interested in checking out, but I've never heard really great things about it. So I never went to go check it out. But there is actually one more thing I wanted to bring up that I noticed this year, which I don't know if this is the first year, but I never noticed it before. This has to do a little more with Halloween. Every Halloween, the monster cereals come back. I am a big fan of Boo Berry. It was my favorite cereal as a kid. Boo Berry.
Yes.
They had Count Chocula, which is still, I think, yearly. You can get Count Chocula. Frankenberry, which I think only really comes out in Halloween. And then they had some kind of werewolf, right? But the werewolf wasn't as popular.
There was a werewolf?
Yes, there was a werewolf at one point, but that was like way.
I don't feel like it had something, maybe peanut butter or something. Maybe I could be wrong.
Like a fruity. They were all fruity cereal.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was called Fruit Brute or something.
Count Chocula was a fruity cereal, you're saying?
Well, no, you're right. Count Chocula was chocolate. But I think he was called Fruit Brute cereal. Hold on.
I don't remember that at all. Don Carino, thanks for the $5. Hit the likes, you black pen. It's huge.
Yes, big, huge black pen. So here's Fruit Brute. That was the werewolf. And I think it was more of like the 70s, probably.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Fruit Brute.
I can't read that. What kind of
You can't read that?
was the flavoring?
Oh, why is it showing like that? Sorry. Hold on. Let me show it. It opened in a different window. That's why I was like, why is it not?
What flavor is purple?
Purple. That's grape. Duh.
Oh.
There we go.
Thanks, Dave Daffler, for the $2. HIV night was scary. Absolutely.
Artificial fruit flavor cereal and marshmallow bits. But yeah, that's fruit.
Or glow in the dark. Why
But
does everything need to glow in the dark?
That was a
love
big
that
thing
shit.
in the 80s and 90s.
So anyway, I was at the store the other day, and I know everything has to be fucking inclusive. We have to include everyone. So that is why we now have Carmella Creeper, the caramel apple cereal. She's too cool for the room. But yeah,
Carmella. So is that
Carmella
I'm assuming
Creeper.
she's Spanish. Is she Italian? What is she?
I don't know. But the cereal
Portuguese.
cereal's supposed to taste like caramel apples, I guess, or caramel.
Do you think any kid today
Gives a
has ever
shit?
eaten a caramel apple?
Yes. If you live in the Midwest, I think I don't know where I live.
Caramel. We make those. People make them.
Every year I wait for this time of year because there's a caramel apple company called Duffy, and they make the best candy apple. I don't like caramel apple. I like the red candy apples.
Ooh, yes,
so
so good. I like both, but yes.
And you can get them at the King Supers, but you can only get them from September till I think Thanksgiving, and then they're gone the rest of the year. It sucks.
Maybe I'll give these caramel apples a try.
Do they come with the little peanuts, the little
You can get
sprinkled
one-
like peanuts on top?
Yes, there's ones with peanuts on them, and then there's ones with just crunchy things. They're not.
Oh yeah, the crunchy, sweet
Yeah.
peanuts.
But I did. This really threw me off when I saw this. I was like, why do we need a new monster cereal? And the only thing I could think of was because it had to be a girl
or an Italian.
Am I an old man?
Yes.
Why does that bother me?
Oh, who took down that super chat?
Oh, sorry.
And she is Italian. She's green. Her name's Carmella.
She stinks.
Fancy Mortimer,
Stinks.
thanks for the $2. Thank you for your service. Postergate update. I think you'll have to tune in
Tomorrow morning, we have a absolute Postergate update.
big time. Cord Wayner, thank you. Cardiff spent the night with the Fruit Brute, allegedly.
There you go.
And Durhambag Dave has been a member for 4 months. A Fruit Brute gave me AIDS. Oh no, that's horrible.
I see a new Ray DeVito nickname coming.
The Fruit Brute. Well, is that all, gentlemen?
That is it. I gotta go get dinner for my family.
Yes. Reminder, at You'll Remember the 90s, like and subscribe there. That's the only place you're going to get the show starting next week. So go there, watch the show. This was fun. Tomorrow morning, what time? Be dabbling live?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
What time
Eastern.
is OJ going to be there?
I will be there at 10 a.m. Eastern. I apologize. This 10 and 9 o'clock, I just got mixed up tonight. It was
Another time
totally
change
my
is coming
mistake.
too. Be careful.
Yeah.
Now you see you listen. If you ever criticize Stuttering John again for not knowing what time zone something is in, I will call the hypocrisy police immediately. So we'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Remember for Halloween to play it safe on Halloween. We'll see you tomorrow at You'll Remember the 90s. Like and subscribe there. I will play our final thought for the week, and then Bedabbler, you're going to shut us down?
Yes. Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow. And if you don't remember the 90s by now, tune in next week. Maybe that'll be the week you finally remember the 90s.
Oh, hi. It's me, your pal Cardiff, with this week's Final Thought. We learned a lot this week about what Halloween was like in the 90s.
Who is your voice?
But
it's me.
I believe what's more important to discuss is the price of disposable razor blades in America due to Biden inflation.
What?
Disposable razor blades have skyrocketed over the last 2.5 years. It's almost become unaffordable for men and women to shave. So remember, when you're out trick-or-treating this year, and you get a piece of candy with a razor blade in it, you might want to go back to that house and get a couple more. That's all for this time. Until next time, remember, take care of yourselves and each other.
Does Tuki have leukemia? Wow! Have you ever used the dating app Bumble? And Ray DeVito uses it to find girls who have a little something extra. I mean a big black penis under the skirt. Whoa!
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done. TGI.
Yo, do you remember the 90s? Let's find out. Acid-washed jeans, Doc Martens on your feet, Pogs in your pocket, and bagel bites to eat. Watching Full House with your digital pets. Mom, get off the phone, I need to use the internets. Let's go to Blockbuster, there's nothing else to do. Carmen Sandiego, where the hell are you? I like Tukey not. You got mail.
Ice, ice, baby, swing.
Sit, Eugene, sit. Good dog. Da, 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 da.